These actually.
Okay, we're going to call the meeting to order. All those that can, please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. The Pledge of Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which stands one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, let's hope I'm actually operating here. Pretty blurry image. All right, roll call, please.
We are almost all here. We're missing Mr. Salvio, but I'm informed he will be here shortly.
Okay. How about an approval on the agenda? Now there is, before we get to that part, we're going to add, I'd like to add an item for our Blue Cross medical and vision renewal information. We put the copy, we just kind of had a discussion on it today with our agent, and we need to get this on the agenda tonight so that we can get it started for before the beginning of the year.
10F.
Pardon me?
You want to do 10F?
Yeah. F, yeah. Item F, 10F. Okay, that's the only thing I have.
Make a motion to approve the agenda as
Amended.
Support.
Okay, moved and supported. Vote please.
Mr. Howe?
Yes.
Mr. Sharlick?
Yes.
Ms. Frederick?
yes.
Clerk Flowers votes yes. Mrs. Lewis?
Yes.
Mr. Himmel?
Oh, yes.
Motion carries.
Okay, consent agenda.
Motion to approve the consent agenda as presented.
Support.
Moved and supported. Any discussion? All right, let's vote please.
Mr. Sharlick?
Yes.
Ms. Frederick?
Yes.
Clerk Flowers votes yes. Mr. Salvi is not here yet. Mrs. Lewis?
Yes.
Mr. Howe?
Yes.
Mr. Himmel?
Oh, yes.
Motion carries.
Okay, announcements. Festival of Trees now through December 31st, 2025. Probably one of the best, what do you call it there? Hallmark holiday movie event that we've had to date, and super turnout. And a little bit later, you'll see an aerial photograph of the event. Very well done. Kudos to the DDA on that one. So the Highland Township offices will be closed on December 24th to 25th in service of Christmas. The township offices will also be closed December 31st and January 1st in observance of New Year's holiday. And Springfield Township, I wanted to reiterate that they sent a letter of appreciation for the support and assistance Highland Fire Department provided during their recent time of need. They had lost a firefighter due to an accident, and they put in a request for some assistance from Highland to stand in while they were performing services. And we got a really nice letter, and from them as the township is also the chief, and that's the way to make things happen. That's the way to work together with other communities as one, not as a bunch of individuals. So thank you for making that happen. Okay, public comment.
I want to say something if we can.
Sure.
On November 12th, we had our veterans ceremony at Lakeland High School, and it was our 18th in 19 years. Because of COVID, we didn't have one, but it kind of relates back to the board a little bit because I wish Joe was here, but it was 19 years ago that Joe came to me. Oh, hold on. Hold that thought. Well, anyways, 19 years ago, Joe came to me and said, let's do something. I think we were the second school to start honoring veterans on a yearly basis. Now every school in Huron Valley does it. And I want to thank Joe and I want to thank Rick, Mr. Hamill. Ever since I've learned of Larry Bryan passing away as the only person from Highland that died during Vietnam, I've always made it a point to honor him as much as I can. I didn't know him. Rick was friends with him and him and his brother, Rick's brother. They were always running around together doing mischievous stuff as he tells me the stories, but we don't need to talk about them tonight. But it always means a lot. And this year I was a guest speaker and I had a lot of people representing a lot of people, family members. And I want to thank Rick because Rick came over and he was the person that represented Larry Bryan at the meeting, at the ceremony. So it meant a lot to me. And I think it meant a lot to him too, because knowing the friendship that they had. And I know Rick's emotional ties to all this from past stuff that's gone on, but ceremony was great. I think it's the most veterans we've ever had. And it's my last one because I'm retiring at the end of the year. So it was a nice way to finish, but I want to thank Joe. He's still there, and then I want to thank Rick very much for doing that for me. It was really nice to have you there. And
Well, I
for your
appreciate
15 seconds of fame in front of the kids, they now know who Rick can't. Well, they know some kids know him in the meetings, but anyways, it was nice to have you there. So thank you.
You're welcome. Yeah, Larry was the very first person that my brother and I met when we moved to Highland. He showed up the day we moved in and introduced himself. So it was like when Brian informed me of, I knew he passed away in Vietnam. That was not new to me, but I didn't realize he was the only soldier from Highland that died in Vietnam. And that's really it really changed the way my brother and I looked at what direction we were going to head. I made a point of trying to type 100 words a minute so I could at least buffer the opportunity. At that time, it was a draft situation, and I thought, well, okay, if I can type my orders to go home too. So, but turned out I didn't have to do that. So, but very short period of time on Earth, but a lot of really incredible memories. So.
Joe, I just wanted, I think you were just coming in, but I thanked you in front of the board about helping start the ceremony at Lakeland, the veteran ceremony that we did this year, and your role and Rick's role meant a lot. So microphone still doesn't work.
He touched it, worked. It was okay.
Veteran ceremony.
Hold on, we gotta make
And later.
here.
Yeah.
Okay, go, Joe.
Yeah, it's been many years for Lakeland and Milford High, and it's been a great honor to do those things. The goal was to instill patriotism to the students, to make them aware of service to country, to make them aware of the special days throughout the year. And you played an integral part in that because you inspired those students, and we kind of watched you in the background. For the sake of the board, I think I have a picture somewhere of Ryan with his students by the M60 battle tank at the American Legion. So we're going to make that a hallmark photo, and it's a great thing. But what I was saying was that this was a kind of a key year for me. This 30th year for the Memorial Day Parade, and most people don't know that 20 years ago I started the Detroit Veterans Day Parade. I mean, it's like nobody knows about that, but I do things. You got to make something happen. And my motto is always have fun and do good things. So thank you, Brian.
I want to thank you too. Thanks, Joe.
All right, any other comment? Next item, the HDDA will present the PA 57 informational hearing, which is a requirement by the state. So let me, where to go? Oh no, I got it here. Just a minute.
Hi, Missy.
Got it.
I have you in the back.
Hold on.
Hello. There you go. Howdy.
So, those, who's going to be on YouTube, I'm Melissa Dasovich, also known as Missy, and I'm the Executive Director of the Highland DDA. And very proud to present this presentation to you.
Well,
As Rick says, it's the one of two required meetings of the year. So the reason for tonight's meeting is to review the goals and the direction of the authority. It is not to discuss the budget, voting of the policy, or any other operational matters. We can hold this in conjunction with the municipality, which we're doing today, and the DDA board.
okay.
Okay, I will read the mission and vision statement. The Highland Downtown Development Authority is dedicated to the promotion of economic growth, historic preservation in Highland Station and the surrounding business district. What we see for the future, our vision for the Highland Station district is to return Highland Station to its place as the center of our community and a destination within the region. One, where attractive historical homes, vibrant small businesses, healthy lifestyle, amenities appeal to all people. The Highland DDA board shall consist of the supervisor of Highland Township or someone that he appoints from the Highland Township board. There should be 8 members, no more than 12. We currently have 10. Majority of the members must have an interest in the DDA. There shall be 1 member that is a resident. We have 4 members that are residents in downtown district. Okay, I won't read again word for word. The chair is Roscoe Smith, vice chair Michael Zurich. Christina Hamill is our treasurer. Rick Hamill, Township Supervisor, Cassie Blasick, Taylor DeHaan, Dale Fagley, Jennifer Frederick, Township Treasurer, Andy West, Michael Ziola, and I am the director. Everyone's welcome to our meetings. It's every month, the second Wednesday at 6:15 held at Steeple Hall. We are members and partner with the Main Street America, Main Street Oakland County, and Michigan Downtown Association. Our Highland Township family. And we're partners because we all work together to make this a wonderful place, the events, etc. Highland Township Library, Highland Township Fire Department, Highland White Lake Business Association, Huron Valley Council for the Arts, Huron Valley Chamber of Commerce, Oakland County Sheriff's Department, Oakland County Thrive, West Oakland Transportation Authority. We operate on 4 committees. We are an accredited Main Street Oakland County community, and you'll discuss what these committees do throughout the presentation. These are our stats. The first 4 are through September 2025. Public investment, which would be the DDA, the township, just over $1 million. Private investment, $354,554. 3 public improvement projects, one of which was the boardwalk. 9 building rehabilitation projects or renovations. 1 new housing unit. Now this is to date. 5 new businesses. 5 new full-time jobs. These are approximate numbers. And there's probably about 8 part-time that I'm aware of, but 3 of those 5 new businesses, I don't have the stats on the employee situation there yet. 667 volunteer hours. That's people that give to the Highland DDA. Advertising, what we've spent on advertising our businesses and our district, $8,872.48. Number of special events, 32. And that includes maybe 1 from the Highland Activity Center and several from the Huron Valley Council for the Arts. We have spent just over 39,000 in our special events. And we have received 13,445 for sponsorships and with sponsorships and fundraising. Design. So approximately 16,540 has been spent on seasonal streetscape, landscape and maintenance, banner program, and we awarded a signed grant to Micah Healing. The boardwalk was reflected in the capital improvement, and as I said, this was a partnership with Highland Township. $600,000 has been spent on that project. These are examples of the streetscape. Anytime I can brag on Roscoe Smith's house, I do. That's the streetscape in front of his home and that beautiful home. The gardens next to the home there is sponsored by Roscoe Smith. That means that people take ownership of the gardens and help keep them up. It saves the DDA money. This is an example of banners that are switched out continuously through the year. And that's Chris and Dale. Couldn't do that without them. And there's our pride and joy. So, yeah, thank you, Grant. Economic vitality. So approximately 12,600 has been spent to assist our small businesses. We serve as a liaison for grants and education. We meet with our businesses regularly to see what resources are needed. And out of that comes our retail events and workshops. And we talk about what needs they have, and we base our workshops on that. We did an open house commercial property, which was a great success. Downtown days, taste of kindness, lunch on us. Rental subsidy grant was offered. Had somebody applied for it, received it, and it's in process. And of course, our digital marketplace. This is a tool to allow people to shop downtown if they can't make it here or they'd much rather go through the internet. These are some of our retail events: Ladies' Night Out, Ladies' Day Out, and the summer sidewalk sales. And people eat this up. This is the workshop we did. It was a series, 2 workshops: boost your competence, communication skills, digital performance workshop. This was downtown days, a taste of kindness. We partnered with the kindness group for this. And you can see our board members photobombing, see these families, but we paid for their food, so I don't think they minded. This was the open house. I love that advertisement looking in on our entrance hall there. And that's one of the buildings that was on our open house tour. This was community buildings, empty storefronts, etc. Commercial. And that building was filled because of that initiative. There were three that were filled. So yeah, we got 2 new businesses out of that. Organization, approximately 3,000 spent. This is outreach to the public. Oakland County Digital Times. We participate with the Township's Naturally Connected printed publication, organization, policies, procedures, work plans, social media. It's been a busy committee too. Master plan rewrite. We're in the midst of that. Sponsorship opportunity catalog, shopper's guide, services guide going to print soon. Maintain the business database, the website, marketing media, volunteer recruitment, and we did a volunteer appreciation dinner this year. Many hands make light work. This is the team, one of the teams. They're working on the M59 median there. This is the volunteer appreciation. It was it was more like a gala, really. It was really nice. And those are the award recipients. This is our fundraising initiative. It's the sponsorship catalog. And Live Highland, Shop Highland, the shopper's brochure, retail guide. Promotions. This is bringing people downtown. So we spent just under 10 grand for our successful growing farmers market. We spent, as I said earlier, just over 39,000 on special events. These are all the events in a nutshell. Ladies' Day Out, Founders Day Parade and Festival, Red, White, and Blue, Farmers Market, Sounds Like Summer, 6 concerts, and 1 we partner with the library, Summer Sidewalk Sales, Michigan Downtown Day, Haunted Highland, Ladies' Day Out, Night Out, Small Business Saturday collaboration, Festival of Trees, and Kris Kringle in the tree lighting. These are the events that we host. These are the 2 large ones. There's Roscoe in fire truck number 1. That is our Founders Day Parade. And Rick, I don't know if you can see yourself eating pie. Yes. Thought you'd get a giggle. Red, White, and Blues. So this is very popular. I mean, the whole area is rocking, not just our little core, but also up by Save-A-Lot and all around. Sure.
To receive
Yeah.
cell phone data tracking for that.
So I was able to receive cell phone data tracking on that event because I was curious as to the number of attendees. So I worked with SimCog to get that data. And between the John Street Field, the park, the Township complex, the Save-A-Lot Plaza, the parking lot up by Salvation Army, all of the kind of sites where people either are attending or watching the fireworks that day. We had over 4,000 attendees. That does not include children because they do not have cell phones. So we probably are pushing almost 5,000 participants coming into the community for that just one event. And they're obviously spending, they're using our services, they're learning about our community. And it wasn't just Highland residents. We were pulling from probably 10 to 15 miles around. So a huge benefit to the community for that event. I just want to point that out.
Thank you. Thanks, Cassie. Sounds like summer. As I said, there's 6 events or 6 concerts. This is free to the public and 1 with the library. This is Haunted Highland. You can see families get real excited about this and they do little walkabouts and take pictures with the skeletons. This is our farmers market, one of the best years yet. These events are strictly at the farmers market. This is all free for the children. Families love it. So the sidewalk chalk art contest, it runs simultaneously with summer sidewalk sales, Monarch Festival, Fall Festival, and Trick or Treat. Burger battle, food fight on Main. So Highland Township collaborated with the DDA, Highland DDA, with Lyon Township's DDA, South Lyon, Wixom. I'm sorry to say Wixom did win that one, but we got another one coming up, so let's see what happens. This was the Main Street, Oakland County main event. Every year we have, and we received 2 awards that evening. We also received 2 checks that evening. We received achievement in community character of historic preservations. That was our odds and ends building, historic restoration project, which they received 2 facade grants from the DDA. And of course, our burger battle competition. We also received, and this was a statewide award from the MDA for the Highland Station Boardwalk. It was recognized for its outstanding impact on community connectivity. I want you to stop and look at this concert crowd. I still am amazed by it because I remember some of the first concerts, and yeah, it was kind of sad. And look at it now. Yeah. So, okay, so here is our projected projects 2026. Now, we're going to repeat a lot of what we've already done. So I'll talk about the new things, and we're going to complete boardwalk connectivity projects. So we're adding like stone, I don't know if people call it pillars or, okay, stone pillars and signs. But like I said, and we'll continue to maintain and improve landscaping and et cetera. We're going to refresh some banners this year. Investigation of the outdoor art gallery, which will work with HVCA, and we'll do a building survey. Economic vitality. There'll be another workshop or workshops brought to our businesses. The services guide will be rolled out fairly soon. Let's see, continue. Okay, continue to partner with the Highland White Lake Business Association. All right, so organization. We'll continue with all of our partnerships and organization. And this year, rather than doing open house or a appreciation dinner, we'll do a volunteer open house and try to recruit more volunteers. And this is something we work with the community. So all of our organizations in Highland use this opportunity. And we're going to continue the process of updating our master plan and reviewing our design guidelines and TIP. Promotions is to continue all of our wonderful events. And the farmers market. We love our downtown. There's some of the residents enjoying the night. And there's the aerial that Rick was talking about. I mean, it's picture perfect. So, and I love the ticket station, and I want to tell you our sound man was just thrilled with it. I don't know if he shared that with any of you. So that's all I have to offer. I hope you enjoyed it. I love the Festival of Trees. The whole theme was supposed to be a tree lot, which I think it looks like a tree lot.
All right.
So it's perfect.
Yeah, so you want to turn the lights back on?
My only question was like a Hallmark moment movie. Did it all wrap up in 3 minutes? Like the movies always do. Everything goes, and they wrap up in the last 3 minutes. So,
Of course. Actually, we don't know which couple really fulfilled the movie. That's okay. Good job.
They've been working on it.
What was that?
They're working on the Hallmark movie.
Oh. All right. Now I'm lost. I'm thinking about the Hallmark movie, so we were going to call it the Hallmark movie, but we had to edit that out, so. Pending business, move on. In one of those pictures you saw our unfortunate employee who's had some illnesses, Elaine and her husband, and at this point, what we want to do is, and I'll just make the motion. I want to make a motion to continue the unpaid medical leave for the part-time township employee due to unforeseen medical circumstances. And then the next review of the employee's leave status will occur at the February 6th, 2026 Board of Trustees meeting. The employee shall maintain communication with their supervisor regarding medical status and anticipated return to work date. Elaine has expressed that she does want to come back, and she's been a phenomenal asset in our assessing department, and we want her to come back. So
I second the motion.
all right. Any discussion on that? This is part of our policy. We need to address this on an ongoing basis because of medical leave extension. So vote, please.
Mrs. Frederick,
Yes.
Clerk Flowers votes yes. Mr. Salvia,
Salvia, yes.
Mrs. Lewis,
Yes.
Mr. Howe,
Yes.
Mr. Charlotte,
Yes.
Mr. Himmel.
Hamel, yes.
Motion carries.
New business. Consider resolution 2536 to approve bank depositories for 2026.
These are the banks that we currently use and plan on using for 2026.
Anybody want to make a motion?
I make a motion to approve resolution 25-36 to approve bank depositories for 2026.
Moved and supported. Any discussion on that? Vote, please.
Clerk Flowers votes yes. Mr. Salvia,
Salvia, yes.
Mrs. Lewis,
Yes.
Mr. Howe,
Yes.
Mr. Charlotte,
Yes.
Miss Frederick,
Yes.
Mr. Himmel.
Hamel, yes.
Motion carried.
All right, the next item, consider resolution 25-37 to opt out of the provisions of PA 152 of 2011. I asked our attorney to give me some information on that. And it turned out to be more than I want to discuss. Jennifer, you want to get involved in that? Do you know what it's for? We'll do this is a test for you here.
All right. So in 2011, the state legislature decided to require local jurisdictions to require their employees to contribute 20% towards their healthcare costs. And we were able to opt out, and we are continuing to opt out for the sake of those who are grandfathered in and were hired before 2016. So we have probably the majority now are paying 20% of their healthcare costs.
But the people, so we can only opt out for the people prior to that.
We could potentially opt out for all of them if we wanted to.
Okay, but that's what we've been doing. Is
Right.
Okay.
Right.
So question, so I guess how much are we paying? They're paying 20%. What is it? And I apologize, maybe I didn't look at something, but what is an employee expected to pay for their insurance?
It's 20% of the premium cost.
That's all they're to pay for at this point?
I mean, plus the
Deductibles?
copay.
So what would somebody ballpark was it costing somebody for the year? Did I miss it?
It depends on how many people they have in their family and what ages they are. Our policy is not like so much for a family or so much for a single. It's literally priced out according to the employee is 58 years old, the spouse is 56 years old, they have 3 kids at this age, so on and so forth.
Based on this, if you're 40 years old, you would pay roughly like $90 a month,
That is, what does it say the premium is?
452.
That sounds right. So 20% of
You
that.
pay about $90 a month for that one person. Then for your spouse or anybody else that goes on the plan.
So what would it cost the township if we didn't have a 20%? Has anybody ever looked at that? Is there kind of a ballpark on that one?
We have to run the numbers.
Would it be astronomical?
There's 44 employees on the plan.
Right.
Would it be a lot? I'm just wondering.
I think the idea is to continue to move in the direction of having employees have a stake in the game.
Mhm.
One of the things that,
Yeah.
you know, especially with healthcare costs going up. So
Of course, I know.
it helps to encourage people to maybe not sign everybody up in their family if they have another option. So maybe they have a spouse who has coverage and they might put their whole family on their spouse's plan
Right.
and then take the buyout from us.
Right.
So, you know,
Last question is working for Huron Valley Schools, our insurance is running past what we're earning for our raises. I mean, it's ridiculous. How are we doing here for people? I understand 20%, we should have a stake in the game, but is the increase in their earnings covering or keeping up with, or at least staying ahead of their insurance costs? And I'm just coming because I know from our end, I hate to see anybody. I mean, it's just staggering the amount of money we're paying now. I just know how bad it can be because I know insurance costs are out of control.
right.
And so are we keeping, I guess, is the money that they're earning and the raises they get, is it keeping ahead? Or is it like a break even point for them?
Well, we have
We'd have
kind of
to-
a different scenario here is that the township actually only requires a $250 deductible, which is very unusual. And so the township takes on the remainder of that. So the deductible, I'll just throw a number out there, it might be $6,000. They only have to pay $250. And then the township pays the difference.
But
But
very fair. Okay.
it's designed to be able to make it so it's not eating up the employee's salary.
So
So
that's all I want. Okay, very good. Then obviously the 20% is fine. That's great. So thanks.
okay. Do we make a motion on that one?
I make a motion to approve resolution 25-37 to opt out of the provisions of PA 152 of 2011.
Support.
Okay, moved and supported. Already had discussion. Roll, please.
Mr. Sylvia,
Sylvia, yes.
Mrs. Lewis,
Yes.
Mr. Howe,
Yes.
Mr. Charlotte,
Charlotte, yes.
Ms. Frederick,
Yes.
Clerk Flowers votes yes. Mr. Hamel,
Hamel, yes.
motion carries.
Okay, next item. Tammy, you want to take this one?
Yep, every community has an election commission. And in a township, it's mandated to be made up of the clerk and 2 trustees. And previously, Brian has served many years and Judy Cooper had been serving and now she's retired. So we need to fill that spot. And I asked Beth Lewis if she was willing to join that commission, and she said she's ready to jump in. So we need the board.
Okay, I'll make a motion that we appoint Beth Lewis and Brian Howe as precinct inspectors, election commission. There we go.
Support Sylvia.
Questions?
Vote.
Okay, Mrs. Lewis,
Lewis, yes.
Mr. Howe,
No, I'm just kidding. Yes.
Mr. Sharlick,
Charlotte, yes.
Ms. Frederick,
Yes.
Clerk Flowers votes yes, Mr. Salvio,
Salvia, yes.
Mr. Hamel,
Hamel, yes.
motion carries.
Okay, next item is, I'll make a motion to, renew the public purpose service contract with Huron Valley Community Coalition for another year. We'll contract to pay Huron Valley Community Coalition $7,534.50, comprised of opioid funds received from settlements.
Support.
Okay, any question? Vote please.
Mr. Howe,
Yes.
Mr. Sharlick,
Charlotte, yes.
Mrs. Frederick,
Yes.
Clerk Flowers votes yes, Mr. Salvio,
Salvia, yes.
Mrs. Lewis,
Yes.
Mr. Hamel,
Hamel, yes.
motion carries.
Okay, next item E, consider resolution 2538, industrial facilities tax exemption certificate. Jennifer, you've been working on that thing, so.
Yeah. So, this resolution is to clarify the township's position regarding the industrial facilities tax exemption certificate, the IFT that currently originally Midwest Glass applied for. They sold the business to Old Castle Building Envelope in 2025. And we transferred the IFT to Old Castle Business Envelope. Is it envelope? Seems so weird. And now that OBE has shut down the manufacturing of this site. And the only way to get the IFT is to maintain production there with a certain amount of employees. And we're waiting to see if another manufacturing company takes over operation. We have till December 31st. So in 2025, they were exempt, but moving forward, if there's no production on December 31st, we won't be able to offer them the IFT. And so if OBE fails to meet the obligation of the IFT, the township has the authority to request revoking it. And if we have to, we can put lien on their personal property. But this also clarifies that we will not be going back on 25 abated taxes, that because they were pretty much running most of the year.
So the results of this resolution does what?
Clarifies, yeah,
Okay,
that we're not going to go back on abated taxes for 2025. If the situation doesn't change for December 31st, we will have to contact the state and ask them to revoke it. So
Okay.
there's no longer an exemption going forward for that piece of property.
So I'll just read this so we have it in the public record here.
That's what the memo's for.
The board finds that and determines that Midwest Glass Agreement was replaced and superseded by OBE exemption agreement. The exemption agreement between the township Midwest Glass is terminated and no longer in effect. All taxes due and payable from 2025 and prior years have been remitted. The township will not seek to recover taxes from 2025 or prior years that were abated because of the IFT exemption certificate. The OBE exemption agreement grants the township the right to place a lien on the personal property, trade fixtures, and equipment of OBE for a default under the agreement. The township will not execute a lien against the real property owned by JPPM Holdings LLC because of a default by OBE under the OBE agreement. The act provides an opportunity for the board to request the state tax commission to revoke the IFT exemption certificate should the board determine that the purposes for which the IFT exemption certificate was issued are not being fulfilled.
Has somebody actually been in contact with anybody from, so they understand this? This
Yeah.
isn't like an argument thing. This is more just like a clerical.
They asked
to
us
clarify.
for this, Midwest Glass did, because they're trying to sell the company again.
Oh, okay.
So OBE bought it and shut it down, took all their equipment
Oh.
and shut it down.
Oh, okay.
And so but they still,
But they own the building still?
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
I see.
so they're fighting over the business name too, because they Midwest Glass wants to keep it. And OBE is a competitor. Yes. And not necessarily just owning it. Yeah,
All right.
right.
So,
And so this was to ensure that if a company wanted to buy it, that we weren't going to go back and try to collect taxes from 2025.
so, I'll make a motion to, adopt resolution 25-38 industrial facilities tax exemption certificate.
Support.
Moved and supported. Any other questions? Vote please.
Mr. Sharlick,
So yes.
Mrs. Frederick. Clerk Flowers votes yes. Mr. Salvia,
Salvia, yes.
Mrs. Lewis,
Yes.
Mr. Howe,
Yes.
Mr. Hamel,
Oh, yes.
motion carries.
Okay, next item is small group renewal package for Highland Township or Blue Cross and Blue Shield. Don't like to really drop this kind of
No,
amount of data on the board in a short time frame like this, but the way things have been going with all the healthcare stuff, I think we have no idea. This is something, if we adopt it in 2026, things could change. So, but what we did today is we had a meeting with our agent, and we went through multiple options. And what it boiled down to was that there was the 3 in-house officials and our bookkeeper involved in the conversation. And the projected change in monthly premium would go up by 16.7%. There was 1 or 2 that were a little lower, but their offerings were less than acceptable, I think, in terms of what employee options would be. So our committee is making the recommendation that we approve the renewal premium that's listed on your second page in terms of so it's going to go from 253,000 to 293,000. Now, the thing you got to keep in mind is that we do this thing where we make up the difference in the deductible.
250.
And that's really for the employees, it's an incredible.
So that number, like we were just talking about, that 20%, when we look at that 293 or whatever, that new number, is that without the employee contributions or with?
This is a solid number from the township. This is what we owe.
Right, that's the amount we're going to be billed for the insurance.
293,000.
And then that is split between general fund and fire.
So, but what I'm saying is actually costing us more than, I guess, because some of the most employees are contributing 20% to that.
Well, the 20% will be a reduction of that number.
A reduction, that's what I'm asking. So
Right.
it will be reduced.
Right. However, we do pay buyouts for medical for those who are not on our insurance, and that the buyouts are also based on the insurance premium.
Right. Yeah. I get it. Yeah. I mean, for me, I've had the exact same thing happen to my company, and it's frustrating to me because you can go to any agent out there and the price is exactly the same. Any insurance company, any plan, there's like no options. It's the same thing for everybody. And you get, if you pay a little bit less, if you start trying to take the plan in a cost reductive direction, you get like nothing in cost savings and you get a really, really crappy plan.
Yeah. Well, that's what we went through today.
Yeah. I mean,
And,
I went through that in the last 2 or 3 years, and it's like, basically you just got to throw your hands up in the air because there's nothing to be done.
Right. And then we also are in HMO. Is that right?
It's an HRA.
No, in terms of.
Oh, yeah, it's,
HMO. Anyways,
right.
what happens is when you go from Blue Cross and then you go into another insurance, like, you could end up having to change all your doctors.
Yeah.
And, so that's something that for anybody that's had any continuous, issues or illnesses, then you get all your doctors switched on you. That's problematic. So anyways, all right. So,
Question.
sure.
So are we Are you that take the insurance? Are you happy with the insurance? What you have? Is it, are the employees here, I guess,
Yes.
okay,
And personally, I use the insurance. It's amazing.
okay. It's expensive, but that's that's the way it is.
Well, and the part that the township pays, you know, I mean, I had major surgery and really I only had to pay $500.
No, that's great. Okay, no, fair enough. I just was curious because I know how it goes. And it's a racket.
Right. Entertain a motion to approve the acceptance of a renewal.
I make a motion to approve renewal of the 2026 Blue Care Network Medical Plan and Insurance Plan with Birmingham Flower Insurance Group for Highland Township for the 2026 plan year as outlined in the attached documentation.
Support.
Okay, moved and supported. Any other questions? All right, a vote please.
Ms. Frederick,
Yes.
Clerk Flowers votes yes, Mr. Salvia,
Salvia, yes.
Ms. Lewis.
Yes.
Mr. Howe,
Yes.
Mr. Sharlick,
Charlie, yes.
Mr. Hamel,
Well, yes.
motion carries.
All right. Thank you, everybody. On that note, ladies and gentlemen,
Before we adjourn, since I was a little bit late, a couple of quick comments. I want to thank the fire department once again for managing our flag program on 59. The flags will be coming down sometime this week based on the chief's projection, and we will make sure that we compliment them with a dinner or breakfast or something for all the volunteers that do that. Thank you, Chief. I appreciate it. Many compliments from people in the community who like to see the flags, and well done. Thank you, Chief.
all right. Meeting adjourned.